What's up, guys? This is your favorite math teacher here, and today we're going to talk about how to find the slope from a table, and I'm going to give you 3 different examples to do that. As a reminder, slope is your change in y over change in x. And that triangle, that means delta. It's a little fancy symbol you'll learn in high school with science and math, but it just means whatever your y is changing by goes on top of the fraction, whatever your x is changing by goes on the bottom. So, to find my slope, just figure out what it's counting by. If I go to table number 1, call this table number 1, as I go down my x, it's going -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. It is counting by +1 every single time. Whereas on the right side, it's going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It is counting by +2 every single time. So remember, it's your change in y over change in x. My y is changing by 2 every single time, and my x is changing by 1 every single time. And simplify your fractions as always. 2 over 1, 2 divided by 1 is just 2. So the slope of this table is 2. When I get to my next table, what you'll notice is my x, it's going -1 to 1 to 3 to 5. That is counting by +2 every single time my x, right? We'll call this table number 2, and I'll label that table number 3. As I go down my y, though, right, it's going 2, and then 1, and then 0, and then -1, so it's actually subtracting 1 every single time. So when I set up my fraction, change in y over change in x, my y is changing by -1, zoomed in a little too much, and my x is changing by +2. And so 1 over 2, that's just 1/2, and because one of the values is negative, my slope is just -1/2. Just remember, if you get two negatives make a positive. For this last one, there's really not any order, right? From -5 to 1, that's +4, and then from -1 to 0, that's +1. Here, I'll write this out for you, right? So from here to here, that is +4, and then I got +1, and then I got +3. On this side, I have +12, +3, and +9. So when you first look at it, you're like, there is no slope because slope is constant rate of change. But there actually is a constant rate of change. If I take all these different changes in y over x, they're actually all the same, right? This first row was 12 over 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. If I go to my next row, I have 3 and 1. 3 over 1 also equals 3. If I go that last row, 9 and 3. 9 over 3 is also equal to 3. So you may get some tables that skip around, but if you look, all of my ratios y over x are all the same, so this table would have a slope of 3.